Welcome, Virgo and Virgo cross watchers, to your mini weekly love reading. So we'll have a card for you, a card for them, and the situation, and then a card for the situation. So we have the Nine of Cups here. So I hope you guys have all had a great weekend and that your upcoming week is shaping up really good for you. And of course, thank you for stopping by my channel today. I'm happy to have you here. So you have the Six of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh. Or sorry, your person does. And then the Hanged one is the situation between you. So it actually feels like the waiting energy is coming from you. And not that you're actually waiting around for somebody necessarily. It almost feels like you're waiting for the scales of justice to balance themselves here. I feel like you're looking at a situation. It just kind of feels like something's a bit off. It's like normally with this spread, I would say something like, it feels like it would be something to the effect of like, oh, well, you're waiting for something to balance itself out and you're enjoying yourself while you're waiting. But it feels like something's off. It feels more like either you've been kept waiting for a long time or someone's trying to ignore you. It just feels like justice hasn't been served here. I almost want to say like someone's ignoring you and it's making you feel really small. And it's like when you feel that kind of like, oh, small sort of energy, it's almost like there's this because you know that you're not, you know what I mean? And like, listen, we all have insecurities and that sort of thing, right? But it's like, that you're not as small as this situation is making you feel. And it's almost like this, certain things about yourself, but the feelings that you're having are contradicting what you know to be true. I feel like this person, it almost feels like this wheel is about to turn. And it's like, as this wheel turns, as the world turns, if you were around during that, the big soap opera age, I don't even know if they're still on. Anyway, it's almost like this wheel is going to turn and it's like it's just rolling this way. And I feel like to a certain extent, it's actually going to knock somebody out of your realm here. There's just something about this that isn't right. And I'm trying to pull into it and I'm sorry that I haven't yet. Something just feels real off. So I think we're going to get some clarifiers. Just looking at which deck to use. Okay. What's so off about this? So we have the Death card and the Wheel of Fortune again. I always like to say that when I get double cards like that, especially on each other, it's the tarot's way of saying like, Bij, did I stutter? Did you not hear me? So I actually feel like, oh, it's a bit of an ominous energy, I'm going to be honest. Someone's luck is changing. I feel like somebody has been, it's almost like a robbing Peter to pay Paul sort of energy. And I feel like it's like all the bills are going to be due this time. And I feel to a certain extent, it's like this person hasn't been saving for a rainy day. This could be applying to the love situation, of course, right? But it's like whatever they were supposed to be kind of storing something up for, they haven't been. It's like as soon as something came in the door, they sent it right back out. And I feel to a certain extent, it's almost like it doesn't feel like they were trying to keep up with the Joneses necessarily. It actually feels more like they were, they've been in a place where they weren't able to reciprocate other people's kindness and goodness. And I feel like as soon as they get any kind of like opulence, it's like it goes straight out the door. You know what I mean? And so I feel like this person isn't realizing that Um, that when they have a lot, you also have to save some of it, right? And it's not about being greedy or, selfish or anything. It's that if they give everything away, the next time they need something, they don't have anything. And then they have to go back into that like borrowing sort of thing. Virgo, I think you know something's off. I think you can feel it, but because you can't quite see it yet, because it's not tangible, it's like you seem to be just. It actually feels like to me that you're being really wise about the situation because I feel like you're closely observing it, but from a safe distance away. You know what I mean? It's like you're not looking to get involved in whatever the heck's going on here. Maybe you are involved with this person to a certain extent, but if you feel like something's off, it's because something's off. And this person's luck feels like it's about to change. And I feel like if they've been putting on a front that they have this and they have that and they're this and they're that, it feels like it's about to, it feels like whatever, money train or whatever, I don't know how to say this, whatever has been supplying them so that they can turn around and supply other people instead of being like prudent with what's coming in and kind of socking it away and having a plan and doing this and doing that. It's like they want to act like they're 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road when they're here. I feel like to a certain extent, it's like they seem to get a lot of validation and gratification out of feeling like they're the person that can do things for other people. And of course, that's like a noble thing to want to be able to do, right? But not when it is laying a trap for yourself, right? It just, there's this energy of them wanting to live like they've already made it when they're still up and coming. It's the energy of somebody who's like, they just got their first part-time job at, fast food or something, but they want to act like they're CEO of a company. You know what I mean? They're just not quite there yet. And I feel like it's about to catch up with them. I honestly, man, I actually really hope that it doesn't catch up with them in the way that I'm seeing, in the way that it's almost kind of threatening here. And I want to be really clear. I'm not threatening anybody. Okay. It's more like the universe is trying to tell this person, it's like they keep getting knocks on the door. Like this isn't, something's about to come down. You got to save for a rainy day. Something's going to change. And this person just keeps being, it's like they're giving away. It's not even that they're giving away what they don't have. It's just as soon as it comes in, it goes right back out the door because they seem to be turning a blind eye to something in their reality right now. It's almost like this person, feels that that if they buy other people things, that when they're down on their luck, it's like then they don't have to be responsible for themselves. And when they're down on their luck, they're going to cash in on those favors. Excuse me. So, whatever distance you're keeping from this person, excuse me, I feel like to a certain extent, you may be keeping some of your, it feels like you're kind of the opposite, if that makes sense. I feel like you may be in an energy where it's like, it's not that you're hiding anything, but what you actually have socked away compared to what you're displaying, it's very different, right? It's like you're showing people 10% of what you have. Meanwhile, you have this whole, and it's not, that doesn't mean that, you're perfect or you're this or you're that. I just feel like you've already done your time in the trenches. And like, of course, we all have to work hard. So I'm not saying that you're not working hard or that, that's not the message here. It's just that it's almost like because you built your wealth yourself, you're not just going to hand it away like this person is to every person that comes along. You know what it feels like? It's almost like this person may have been like the ugly duckling story, right? So it's like they're used to not getting any attention from anybody really at all, or kind of going unnoticed. It's like people don't even see them when they walk down the street. They like accidentally walk into them because it just looks like, to other people, this person may have been, an NPC kind of character. And now that they're getting attention, it's like it's the first time that they've had it and they don't know how to handle it. And so they're like, um, it's almost like this. It's like maybe they made it big on social media and they're not saving. You know what I mean? It's like they're not looking at the future, that like, okay, this might not last forever. And that's not to say that anyone's wishing that it won't for them, but it's like life is an ebb and a flow, right? So it just feels like this person is I feel like to a certain extent they kind of know that something's coming. What is this person? What are they expecting? We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the Six of Wands. It's like they're waiting for their moment in the sun, is what I'm hearing. I feel like they seem to be waiting for, it's almost like they seem to have um, this pull towards that if they keep doing what they're doing, they're going to land on solid ground, or someone's going to give them some sort of offer. They seem to feel that if they put themselves out there, that it's like, I'm hearing that people are going to see them, people are going to love them, and they just need to keep doing what they're doing here. That's how they are looking at it. And it's actually a little bit, to me, if it really is about finances with this person, that's terrifying. It's a very sobering thought. You know what I mean? It's and there's the Hanged Man again. Twice the tarot has told me. Did I stutter? No, you didn't. We're just looking for clarification. So this person, so they're obviously kind of know that something is coming, and I feel like maybe they're going to learn that lesson. Actually, you know what? I think we're going to pull from this one. What's the lesson here for this person? Bruh. Sorry. It's a bit early in the morning, so you'll have to bear with me. We have the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Cups. It's almost like they have to learn that you can't rush real love. You know what I mean? It's like there's no fast way to earn people's loyalty. There's no way to like immediately secure what it is that they're looking for. It just feels like and it's not even that this person doesn't want to do the work, okay, to like build a relationship with someone. It actually feels more that like the rest of the world, they don't want to put in work without knowing that there's going to be a payoff, which like who wouldn't think that way? Who isn't that way, right? But it's like there's this certain kind of like, it's like as we try and succeed and we try and fail, because that's the normal course of life, right? It's like you learn how to notice the signs. And for me personally, that comes best from failure, because it's the best teacher for me, unfortunately. And I feel like this person, it's like when they see failure coming, instead of being like, okay, I got to cut my losses and get out of there, it's like they keep putting it in there. They think they can change it. They think they can turn things around. And it's like, I feel like they're about to get a good lesson here. So for Virgo over here, how does Virgo fit into all of this? Okay. So I feel like to a certain extent, it actually may be you that's kind of dropping a bit of a truth on this person. It doesn't feel like you're coming in, all snarky and smarmy, or, you're not coming in and being like, heh, heh, heh. It actually feels more like you're coming in, and I feel like if you've already tried to kind of open this person's eyes, it feels like you're going to come in and just cut to the chase. You know what I mean? It's like no fuss, no muss. You're not messing around. I feel like it's almost this energy of you wanting to come in and say to this person, like, these people are using you. You have to stop. You know what I mean? I feel this might be really specific, but it's almost like you might go to this person and say to them, like, hey, so and so that you gave this to, it's like you either saw them give it to somebody else or you heard them talking some shiz about your person. It's like you seem to have some information, but you're waiting for the right time. And it's not that you're holding it back because, like, oh, you want to sit on it. It feels like you know that if you go in at the wrong time, it's not going to hit the same. You know what I mean? It won't be the right information at the right time to make this person change. And again, not that you're making them change. It's like you're just one of the, how in the movies when they have those big clocks and then they go inside them and it's like all the cogs, COGS, they all kind of fit together. It's like you're one of those. It feels like you're one of the big ones that's going to get things turning here. So it's like you're so you might get a bit of backlash from this person. They may, let's hope that they don't, but I feel like some of them might push back on you and act like you're jealous or you're this or you're that or, blah, blah, blah. And I feel like even as they're saying it, they know that it's not true. I feel like even as they're kind of like, oh, well, you're just jealous. You just don't want this for me. You don't want that for me. It's like you've never wanted good things for me. And I feel like as they're saying it, you're sitting there looking at them like, we both know that's not true. And that's not to say that you're going to sit here and just take whatever garbage this person wants to throw your way. But it's almost like them doing that. I feel like that it's like them desperately trying to climb out of the hole that they've dug for themselves before it gets any deeper. You know what I mean? It's like it's them desperately trying to deny what they know to be true. You know what I mean? Because it's like they've been feeling something as well, and you kind of conceptualizing it for them. It's like they're going to have to start living in a different way. And obviously, that isn't something, having to make a big life change is a difficult, sometimes can be scary thing. And I just feel like if this person is mature and they're able to rise to the challenge, I actually feel like they're going to be somebody that you're going to be able to pass a lot of wisdom off to. And I actually kind of see that happening for most of you. I feel like you see a lot of possibility in this person. It's almost like the biggest issue here is them. It's like they're trying to get the right things, but they're going about it in the wrong way. Can we get one final card for Virgo? Third, oh my gosh. So we have the Eight of Pentacles here for some advice. And then we have three hanged man or hanged one. So it's just a lot of energy of waiting. And I feel like the longer that you allow yourself to wait for the right time to do whatever, play your role within this situation, it actually feels like it's going to get easier and easier and easier to disconnect from it. If it was someone that you were really close to and you were maybe worried that like, oh, this is really going to end badly for them, I feel like the longer that you are in this kind of waiting, I'm going to give it a second perspective, it just feels like you actually seem to see that this person, despite the fact that maybe they have whatever going on, this kind of need for approval or need to be loved or something. I mean, we all need to be loved, but you know what I mean? It just feels like you actually seem to see that this person is exceptionally more capable than they see themselves. And I feel like you kind of start to get into this energy where it's almost like you see that they actually are going to kind of land on that, like, one way or another, this person's going to be okay. I feel like I almost want to say like they're a survivor like you. And I feel like it's like if they do this sort of thing for long enough, um, I feel like you start to see that there is an opportunity. It's almost like you can see how something that they're doing here is going to turn into an opportunity for them. Um, but it actually feels like you're going to see, it's like you're going to be a witness to things kind of start to shift here. You know what I mean? It's like this person, maybe there's somebody that always buys other people coffee, for example. And and then like they don't have a coffee and everybody goes out and they come back and nobody brought them one. You know what I mean? So it's like they're not minute necessarily, but it's like there's these little small arrows that are starting to kind of get directed at this person, and not maliciously necessarily, but it's just they're realizing what it looks like when people don't actually care about you. They just care about what you can do for them. So the message here, the advice here, I feel like you don't even need me to say this, um, but I'm gonna say it anyway, is to keep doing what you're doing. Keep building the things that you have. You see what I mean? I didn't need to say that because you're gonna keep doing it anyway. Um, and like, isn't that what we all should be doing, right? But there's just this message of, if you give yourself the time to wait for the right opportunity to say what you need to say, it actually may end up that your message is one of compassion rather than of a very harsh truth. Because maybe they'll experience enough of those kind of like mini arrows being shot at them when they realize that it's like all the people that have been coming to them for things, 9 out of 10 of them don't have this person's back. So I think I'll leave it there, Virgo. If this reading resonated, I hope that it was helpful. I wish you and your person all the best here. I mean, it feels like you're kind of, sitting pretty, if you will. Excuse me. Anyway, I will stop rambling. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. This Thursday will be the February 2023 monthly love readings. And then, of course, on Sunday, the weeklies will be out. And I do have a special reading for Valentine's Day coming up, so please keep an eye out for that. And we'll see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.